If you are looking for the best pull-up assistance resistance band, or in general, just the best resistance bands out there, you're going to want to watch this video. In a previous video, I go over the various resistance band styles out there, including the 41-inch resistance band, or pull-up assistance resistance band. But when I made that video, I didn't know the brand that I'm going to talk about today in this video even existed. And now, the Vector Athletics resistance bands are my new favorite for all people. Let's go ahead and see exactly why I replaced my previous recommendations. These 5 bands all come in a pack from Vector Athletics, and they're all the 41-inch loop band style, also known as pull-up assistance resistance bands. But don't be fooled, these are way more versatile than just for pull-ups. So briefly, the main features of why I love these over any other 41-inch resistance band out there is because they're made of silicone. That's reason number 1. And their safety is reason number 2. Let me touch on number 1 first. Silicone is very hypoallergenic. So all my people out there with latex allergies, these are definitely the way to go. Whether you have a latex allergy or not, this silicone band can stretch up to 3 times its resting length. And one of the great features about it is that it has a stopping point that you can actually feel. You don't get that same feedback with latex bands. Let's do a real quick side-by-side comparison. This is a band with the lowest tension from one of the packs of the brand I previously recommended. It is made of latex, but obviously it's not going to be very helpful for anybody with a latex allergy. But if you stretch it, you end up feeling like it's going to break. Like there's no real, there's actually a tear in this one. That's terrible. I mean, it proves a point, but this, I can feel, it's like, I feel like it's going to snap. It's not stopping. Like it makes me scared. But when we compare it side by side with this Vector Athletic band, which automatically feels heavier, feels more durable. It feels like a piece of workout equipment. It doesn't feel like a balloon. And it's the lightest tension. So if I'm pulling it, it hits a stopping point. It's like a rope. And I like that. I really like that about a resistance band, especially if I'm going to be recommending something to clients. I care about safety. Does that mean I'm going to tell my clients, oh, go ahead and stretch it 3 times its resting length? No. Any band, I'm going to say safety-wise, don't ever stretch it past 2 times its resting length. But for these guys, I feel much more confident in it not snapping. So I will 10 out of 10 recommend it to a client because of that. One other feature I want to touch on, why it's better than any latex band, even if you don't have a latex allergy, why you should consider it, is the rounded edges. So for these bands, which you can see it on every one in the pack, I'll get another one. They all have rounded edges to them, which is very different from the pack that I used to recommend that has jagged, or sharp, I shouldn't say jagged, sharp edges to it, and it causes a lot of pressure. You can feel it in your hands, it's uncomfortable, but these, because they're smooth, they feel great to hold, they feel great for the exercises, rowing, they feel good in your hands, they feel good on your legs, your body, they're perfect. These guys, in addition to feeling a little bit more balloon-like, they've got those sharp edges. And so if you're trying to do corrective exercises, mobility exercises, sometimes you need to get this band up in the corner of your groin for certain movements, like for hip mobility, just as an example, or on your shoulder. And this can be uncomfortable. Similarly, putting this in your hand feels a lot different than that nice, smooth, round edge of the Vector Athletic bands. I know I keep saying these guys. These ones are the latex bands that I used to recommend in my old video. I no longer recommend these to clients because I like the Vector Athletic ones so much better. One more reason I love these silicone bands is because they're really grippy. And good grip is important for a number of reasons. Being able to hold them and not feel like they're going to slip out of your hands. Being able to attach them to your body for mobility or corrective exercises. And being able to anchor them to something sturdy. I feel really confident with these guys when it comes to anchoring it to objects. Now, how do I like them as a trainer from a programming perspective and from exercise selection? I love them. Reason number 1 why I love them. They are highly versatile. You can perform exercises that are essentially assisted, and the movement is made easier because the resistance band is present, making them super friendly for beginners and even rehab or prehab training. You can attach them to sturdy objects and do some excellent strength and conditioning exercises. Not to mention, they are perfect for mobility training too. You can even throw in a few stretches while you're in there, which is different from mobility exercises. Mobility is for the joints, flexibility is for the muscles. But anyways, and the other cool part is that you can even anchor them to your own body for certain exercises. So that's all about the variety of things you can do with them. But a great program is not always about variety. You have to be able to progress yourself. And knowing that there's 5 different tensions in the resistance band pack gives you plenty of room to grow. You can start out with the lightest band tension. Work your way up in repetitions for exercises, and then in sets. And then once you feel confident with that movement, and that band tension has been stretched to its capacity that is safe, then you can change band tensions. I'm just going to say this for beginners especially. It's really important that you don't just try to jump up in band tension immediately. There's a lot of room to grow with number of repetitions you're doing, number of sets that you're doing with a single exercise, let alone being able to back away from your anchor point and increase the tension that way if you're doing anchor work. So just consider to give yourself some time to progress. And the Vector athletic bands can facilitate all of that. So now let's end on the price point. I've seen a whole lot of 41-inch loop bands out there, and the price ranges are vast. There's some in the $20, and there's some even $120 or more. Particularly, the true latex-free ones tend to be pretty expensive. But as of the making of this video, the Vector athletic bands are sitting pretty in the middle of the market range at around $69.99. And that's for a pack of 5. I saw one TRX resistance band that was $40 just for one. So why would this make a better investment than getting one of the $20 or $40 packs out there? Number 1, the silicone makes it latex-free and also really easy to clean and take care of. Obviously, the durability is number 2. Number 3 is the stretch and safety. The farther it can stretch, the more it can handle. Not suggesting that you intentionally abuse your bands, just saying that it comes into play with how rapidly they get worn out. So the Vector athletic bands, they will end up lasting longer, especially with appropriate use. So all in all, makes for an excellent investment and a critical addition to your home gym. If you're piecing together elements of your own home gym, you should check out this video. I covered the must-haves. So there you have it. The best 41-inch resistance bands out there by Vector Athletics. And while they're $69.99 as of the making of this video, I am dropping a 20% off exclusive discount in the description. And if you're interested in a program to use your new resistance bands, I do have an entire resistance bands essentials 4-module course with an entire exercise library where you can build your own workout routine that is progressive. So check that out in the description as well. And don't worry, if you don't want to have to create your own workout routine from exercise libraries and learning how to progress yourself appropriately, I do have a done for you course too. So check that out. I hope you enjoyed this video, found it informative. If you liked the video, hit the like button, subscribe, share it with all those who may benefit. Don't forget that coupon code in the description box as well. And always remember, your health is an investment, not an expense. I'll see you in the next one.